Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Claire Jones. If we haven't already met, I am the owner of Liminal Clarity, and I am. I don't know whether this started or not, so there was a delay. So if there's a little bit of repeat here, sorry. Welcome, everyone! I'm Claire Jones, owner of Liminal Clarity, and I am an intuitive flow expert for women visionaries, innovators, and creators who want to achieve more in less time with less stress. And I am jumping on today to talk about how we can increase creativity, productivity, innovation, and aligned flow, even in times of change, stress, and transformation. Continuing with today, our moon signs! Exciting stuff. So if you're catching me live or if you're watching the replay, comment, tell us where you're tuning in from and what your moon sign is. I'm interested to see what my audience falls under, if there's any themes or trends. But before I get into the nitty-gritty here, I wanted to let you know that I am opening up 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to move in harmony with your truest selves by cultivating intentional flow and productivity to achieve your life's work with joy and ease. If you're interested, book a call with me. I'll put it in the comments. If you're jumping on YouTube, I'll put it in the description for your convenience. And now, okay, so why am I talking about moon signs today? The moon represents our inner psyche and emotional nature. If our sun is how we see ourselves externally, our moon is who we really are internally. That's exactly why full moons are so powerful, because that's when the external sun sits opposite the internal moon, thereby putting our internal natures on full display. If you are hiding who you truly are on the inside, a full moon is going to bring that to the surface. I am fortunate enough to be both a Pisces sun as well as a Pisces moon, so I actually have a significant amount of alignment between my outer being and my inner being. As a result, I am super imaginative, loving, compassionate, and sensitive soul. Both my outer and my inner natures lovingly encompass the full spectrum of the zodiac. Accordingly, creative pursuits, meditation, spirituality, and personal growth feed and fulfill my sense of contentment. I feel most content when I have ample space, time, and energy to imagine, connect with the energies around me, and feel all the feels, which is exactly why I took a 2-week sabbatical last week. No wonder I do the work that I do, right? But similar to my sun placement, I often run the risk of becoming too imaginative, too compassionate, and too sensitive. And that's when I fall into imbalance and overwhelm. Can anyone relate to this? I think there are a lot of you out there. If you're interested in getting clear on your own identity, I am opening up 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to achieve more in less time with less stress. Book a call if you want to chat. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty with our moon signs. So starting with Aries at the top, Aries is the most emotionally direct placement for the moon. These moons are typically marked by their independence, assertiveness, and directness. In order to feel emotionally content, moon in Aries requires the freedom to initiate projects, relationships, and passions. You need that freedom to initiate emotionally, essentially. Next, with Taurus, these moons are steady, grounded, and trustworthy. They often choose to be cool and collected in emotional situations, even when it would behoove them to adapt to the circumstances. So to feel content, they must engage their 5 senses: hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling. I lost count there. They must engage their 5 senses and connect with physical, tangible, sensual pleasures. Next, with Gemini, these moons are the most emotionally communicative and are excellent at analyzing and discussing feelings. In order to feel content, they must have regular outlets for their wit, their banter, and socializing so that they can play in the realm of language. Next, with Cancer, this is the moon's natural placement, and those with a Cancer moon value home, security, and emotional nurturing. To feel content, they must have relationships that ground, balance, and protect them so that they can feel safe in the midst of all of their emotions. Next, with Leo, these moons relish in giving and receiving love and affection. They are emotionally performative and love to entertain. In order to feel content, they need receptive audiences for their self-aware creative expressions. Next, with Virgo, these moons are helpful, sensible, and analytical, sometimes suffering from a lack of emotional flexibility, bringing too much logic into the world of illogical emotions. To feel content, they must have established routines and outlets for serving people who will happily reciprocate and appreciate their efforts. Next, with Libra, these moons are peaceful, polite, diplomatic, and adaptable, sometimes too indefinable at times. In order to feel content, they must establish domestic harmony and tranquility so that they have a balanced emotional foundation that they can rely on. Next, with Scorpio, these moons are the most intense, passionate, and mysterious. They are emotionally fearless and are very perceptive, sometimes seeing right through people. To feel content, they must find an outlet for their emotional midwifing, helping others through the depths of their transformations. Next, with Sagittarius, these moons are restless, enthusiastic, optimistic, and outspoken. They are friendly and cheerful, finding that they make new friends more easily than growing roots in established relationships. To find contentment, they need an outlet for their antsy energies, ideally embody wisdom practices like yoga, tai chi, or qigong. Next, with Capricorn, these moons are conservative, dependable, and reserved. They typically avoid displaying their passions and feelings. In order to feel content, it would be best for them to find a way to express their emotions via dependable acts of service. They become more balanced when they are compassionately supporting others with structure and discipline. Next, with Aquarius, these moons are unconventional, rebellious, creative, and ingenious. They sometimes seek emotional chaos, knowing that it could lead to an awakening. To feel content, they must have a healthy outlet for their eccentricity, feeling free to invent, rebel, create, and innovate. And finally, with Pisces, like me, these moons are compassionate, imaginative, loving, and transcendent. In order to feel contentment, we must maintain healthy boundaries while exploring our imaginative urges. And that's it for today. Those are the moon signs. So if you're interested in learning more, please book a call with me. We can talk about the best way to create a custom mix of mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical support systems to combine the powers of neuroscience, spirituality, and wellness practices and achieve your goals while having way more fun in the process. You too can reach and maintain flow state even in times of change, stress, and transformation. I can't wait to support you all. So in the meantime, please join me for more of these Facebook Lives where I'll be doing a deeper dive into each of these areas and giving you practical tips, tools, and recommendations. I'll be jumping on tomorrow to talk about our ascendants. So this is our rising sign. And until then, please remember that your authentic self is extraordinary, it is wonderful, and you owe it to yourself to create the elevated life that you know you are capable of. Take care, everyone.